Hey, hey, hey. Hello, hello, friends. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm just trying to pull up my YouTube or my video on YouTube so I can see the poll. There should be a poll. Can you see a poll? I'm not seeing it now. Let me see. I thought I put a new one. Do you guys see a poll there? There's one that I deleted, but I thought I put another one. You may have to tell me what which one wins because for some reason I'm not seeing it on my video. That's weird. That is very weird. Okay. Well, hi. I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome to some Sunday night reading sprints. Um, yeah, I am it's chilly here, finally. And so I busted out my little snuggy blanket cozy thing. I've not done the switch over in my closet yet to get out all my warm clothes, but this one just kind of hangs on my closet door. So I'm like, I guess I'll put that on tonight. It might get too hot. I might have to lose it halfway through. I'm really concerned. I'm not concerned. It doesn't matter because y'all can just tell me. I guess you're just gonna have to tell me when it's time to do an ambient room, which one's winning, the fire or the rain. I like them both, so I'm fine with either one. But how's everybody doing today? Let's see who's here. Hi, Judy. Hi, Kathleen and Alicia. Did I say that right? Alicia? Alicia. It's pretty. Beth. No Sunday scaries for allowed. Kingly Life, been reading some today. I've not cracked. Oh no, I did read a little bit on audio earlier. I know. I like knowing that I'm reading with other people too. I should have changed the color to orange. Maybe I'll do that. Hi, Christine. Hi, Nicole and Sarah. Glad you guys are here. Catherine is reading Switchboard Soldiers by Jennifer Treverini. Ready to make some real progress so I can finish the book this week. Woohoo! Hi, Sherry. Lisa is
Uh-huh.
here. Oh, apparently Siri just said, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, Siri. That's funny. Okay, I'm glad that you can see the poll. So far, Pumpkin is leading. Okay. Hey, Joel, glad you're here. Katie, glad we get to do this sprint together. I'm starting 13s by Kate Ellis Marshall. Nice. Oh, yeah, it's Canadian Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, Joanna. Reading The Running Grove tonight by Robert Galbraith. Just under 200 pages out of 950. Whew. Yikes. Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Reading The Wake Up Call. Busted out your heated blanket for tonight. Love it. Hi, Monet. Cammy's reading The Uncommon Reader by Alan Bennett. Nice. You'll totally finish that and hopefully pick something else tonight, too. Finished Snow Falling on Cedars today. Also rereading The Thursday Murder Club. Nice. Whitney. Hey, Whitney. Hi, Emily. Working on Laundry and Jade War. Hoping to go to IKEA tomorrow. Ooh, how fun. That's fantastic. Reading When I'm Dead. Starting the Crystal's starting The Kite Runner. Hi, Julie. Chris is reading Summer Sisters. Becca. Hopefully you can pop on after the kiddos are sleeping, or at least in bed. Kayla just finished September House, needs to pick a new book. Ooh, what are your choices, Kayla? Maybe we can help you. Hi, Kat. Hi, Jill. Yay for joining for the first time. I'm glad you're here. Vaughn just started a Small Spaces. Last I saw the pumpkin and leaves. Oh, had 76 for the poll. Okay, sweet. Thank you. You started 3 books today, Beth. Oh my word, I've had days like that for sure. Yay. 45% into Love Theoretically. Probably your favorite Allie Hazelwood so far. Sweet. Amy. Hey, Amy. Everyone here is lying. Nice. Hi, Daisy and Amy. Monet's starting a cute Halloween book. Reading All In, book 3 of The Naturals. Nice. Is that the last one? Is it just a 3-book series? Is it a trilogy? Just finished Babel picking back up Cress. I love it. Totally different. Totally different. Oh, what are your choices? We can help. We like to help. Switching between The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, woot woot. That's our Patreon book club book for this month, and the only one left. I should probably start The Tenant of Wildfell Hall soon because it's a classic, and I have a feeling it might take me a little longer. I'll start that this week. Hi, Andy. Andy. Reading some Henning Mankell tonight. Lena is reading Girls We Sent Away by Megan Church, historical fiction arc about a home for unwed mothers. Ooh, that sounds good. Lena, I sent you a message on Instagram. Not sure if you got it. Just letting you know. I invited you to join me tonight. It was like 2 minutes ago, so last minute. Timmins, Ontario. Cold and raining here. A family torn apart by Kathleen Glass. Oh my goodness, my mom loves Kathleen Glass. Kim, I haven't heard of anyone else reading her before. And where my mom's little cottage is in New York is just across the lake. It's on Lake Ontario, and they had big old hail. Well, not big; they were little, but they had tons of hail at the lake at the campgrounds where my mom's cottage is. Last night, I think. Crazy. I think I'm going up there next weekend. I'm like, please don't have any hail while I'm there, please. Yes, perfect for spooky season. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed the videos. We always love getting together. The Hexologist. I've never heard of that. Autumn by the Sea. Ooh, I love Falling. Or no, The Falling or just Falling. Is that the TJ Newman one? Sorry, I have to take off these little, I have to take off my little socks. I have plantar fasciitis. I don't know how to say it right. On my foot, and I've been wearing these little socks today, little compression socks. But I've had them on for a while and they're getting uncomfortable. I've been trying everything. Recently these just came today too. They're little massage balls to help with tension. And what's it called? Them I forget what it's called, but they're supposed to help. So I got some of those. We'll see if it works. I should tell you what I'm reading tonight. I started today the audiobook of The Door to Door Bookstore. This is my patron pick for the month. Totally not spooky Halloween fall vibes at all, but it deals with an older man who works at a bookstore, but he travels around this little town and delivers books to people. It's translated from the German, which I don't think I've ever read a book translated from German before. Melody Shaw does the English translation. Karsten Hen is the author. So it's kind of cool. I could see the German influence a little bit. But then there's going to be this little 9-year-old girl that starts following him around, and they're going to have a little intergenerational friendship. It just sounds super cute. And I'm only 2 chapters in, and so far really enjoying that. But then I was kind of wanting something to like be a little more on the fall vibes side of things. And I have quite a few Jamie Jo Wright books that I have not yet read. And The Curse of Misty Wayfair, I've heard, is one of her creepier ones. So I think I might pick this up tonight. It's about a person. It's dual timeline, part of historical, but one of the people in this one, I believe, does post-mortem photography. Is that, yeah. And then potentially ghosts. I don't know. Yeah, photographing the patients and uncovering secrets. I don't know. But Jamie Jo Wright, it's a Christian fiction, so it's not going to be too bad. But her books can definitely get a little creepy. So I'm looking forward to reading that, getting that started anyway. Ooh, Sundown Motel. So I like Simone St. James. Broken Girls was the first book that I read by her, and I loved it. And it definitely has ghosty kind of creepy vibes, and she gets creepy. But I never expected a jump scare. And in Sundown Motel, I can vividly remember there was one scene that I physically jumped, which was so cool, because usually that's an audio input thing, or not audio, a visual input thing. Like when I'm watching a movie, there's a jump scare or whatever, but I don't normally expect it in a book. But there was once there was one scene in there that gave me a jump scare. It was kind of fun in Sundown Motel. Oof, that's a creepy one. Chilly here, low in the 40s tonight. I know. And I am not ready to turn on my heat. My house is not that cold right now, but I'm not ready to turn on the heat. I love these days when my electric bill drops because I'm not using heat or air. I love it. Open those windows, except close the windows at night. 40 pages left in the historian. Oh, sweet. Hopefully, Whitney, you'll be able to finish that tonight. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Terry from Philadelphia. Reading Yellowface with hot tea and a cozy blanket. Love it. When you say my name, it always ha, call me Baker. I love it. Oh man, Sundown Motel is so good. Reading The River We Remember. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you're liking it. Starting with The Kiss Curse, maybe Housemaid or The Wicked King, depending on your mood. Reading The Way We Live Now. Oh, the Bellwoods game. I know, but isn't that at the end of the month or is it the whole month? Why did I think it was just a week? I think it's just a week, but I had pulled that out as well because I got that from Al Crate Jr. So I pulled Bellwood's game out and added it to my October stack so I don't forget to read it. Named of the Dragon, sweet. Oh, that's a good fall vibes one. I'm reading Dracula, love it. Fun girls crafting weekend, I love that. Reading The Wishing Game, good. Keeper of Lost Cities, Exile, oof, and so good. Legend of Sleepy Hollow, perfect short story for October. That's great. I love that you read it every year. How fun. Nora Roberts, Stars of Fortune. Fortune. Listening to the audiobook of The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. Love that. Devolution. Oh, I just saw that at the used bookstore and I almost picked it up. But I decided not to because I know Amanda really liked it. And I think, did Lindsay read? I don't think Lindsay's read it yet, but Amanda's trying to get her to read it. In the Lives of Puppets or Sundial by Catriona Ward. Love it. Oh, she's answering. Hi, Jacqueline. Spells for Forgetting, Paris Library, the only one left. You guys got some fall vibes books going tonight. Reading Homework, Dawn. Not much fun, but yay for being a part of things tonight. I love it. Practical Magic. The Hobbit. Oh, love that. I don't know what the final book is. Sorry, Emily. I just was thinking if I could. I don't know what the final book is because I've not read any of them. The Drowning Woman. Oh, Molly. Love that. Hopefully we'll see you later. The Golden Spoon. Sweet. You again. I know. It's kind of long. Not too difficult a classic. Oh, that's good to hear. Yay. Sprints look a little different. Yay, Gloria. Everybody say congratulations to Gloria. If you haven't seen yet, she had her little dude, little baby Finn. I love it. Currently nursing and doubt any reading will get done. Oh, but I'm glad you're popping in. Thank you so much, Gloria, and congrats again. The Way We Live Now, The Wishing Game. It is a hug in a book. Rock, Paper, Scissors, Behind Closed Doors, or Baby Teeth. Ooh, I was just talking about Behind Closed Doors a lot recently because I liked it. I haven't read the other ones, so I can't speak to those ones. But Behind Closed Doors was one of those books that made me wonder what on earth would I do in a similar situation. I have no idea. No idea what I would do. Yikes. Let's see. Finishing homework. Okay. I'm way behind, so I'm going to fly through these for a few, okay? Just finished William Kent Kruger. Didn't think it was good as his others. Okay, interesting. Morgan Crow, North and South. Oh, I love North and South. Gentleman in Moscow, so good. Yay for The Life We Bury. Yay for The Graveyard Book. Oh, you live about 30 miles from where my mom lives. Cool. I'm headed up there next week, but I think you're on the Canadian side, maybe? I don't remember if that was you, Kimberly. Sorry. Okay, here's a good question for some people. 'Cause I would say, well, you could do Sherlock Holmes. Those are short stories and some shorter novellas, but he is Victorian, a Victorian author. Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell is one of her shorter ones. I don't know about all of them, but it's not my favorite. I like North and South and Wives and Daughters equally at this point, but I also like that both of them have an adaptation to watch. Cranford does too, but Cranford's not my favorite. I don't know any other good answers because I don't read a ton from that era. Freeze a water bottle. I know I need to do that. Reading Year of Living Biblically. Oh, Falling is so good. Imposter, Anne Cleves. I ended up with a sleeping brace. Haven't struggled since then. Oh, that's cool. To help with plantar fascia. I don't like saying it. It's an awkward word to say. I love the support for the Jamie Jo Wright book. I love it. Hold on, I'm just gonna send the link. I think Lena's gonna join me. Woohoo! Okay. Let's go ahead. Well, let's wait a couple minutes and say hi to Lena when she comes, if she comes. Lena, I just sent it. I wore a foot splint at night and had when you had it. Only thing that healed it. Oh, the copper arch supports from Amazon is supposed to be good. They're on sale. Yikes. Freeze a water bottle. Yeah. I don't use water bottles in general, but I have this that I'm drinking tonight that I randomly picked up at Lidl the other day. So I'll drink this and then use this one. This will be perfect. I don't normally have a water bottle. Excited for sprints. Yay, Destiny's here. Nicole's reading The Housemaid. Harvest Grove. Oh, that's fun. Monet set in Halloween time in a fall setting. I know that I just need to get new sneakers, Emily. That is a big part of it. The McMaster's Guide to Homicide, Murder Your Employer. The McMaster's Guide to Homicide, Murder Your... Oh my word. It's a really clever read. Fun. Oh, yikes. I guess we'll see how cold it gets tomorrow. Jordan might turn the heat on because he likes it a little bit warmer than I do. Try to make it to November. Oof. In Maine. That's crazy. Windows open all night in New York. Jennifer, were you where all the flooding was a couple weeks ago? I know you're not quite like downtown, but did you guys get that flooding too? New York. The Weaver and the Witch Queen, Six of Crows, David Baldacci. The Love Script. You guys are reading some good things. I gotcha. Starting the group read early. That's smart. Cold in Michigan. I love it. What are you working on for writing? Lighthouse Witches. Look who's here, friends. Lena!
Hi.
Hi. I was randomly thinking this because you always come to my sprints. I'm like, you know what? I should get Lena on sometime.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever done anything with you on my channel. And we're kind of like newer comment friends.
Yeah.
And then you joined my Patreon. I'm like, oh my word, how fun.
Yeah. Thanks for messaging me. Yeah. Like I'm always looking for sprints on like Sunday night. So I'm
Yeah.
always going to sprint.
I love it. So Lena has a channel, Lena's Bookshelf. And welcome. You'll get to meet her. We're going to read first and then we'll do some intro.
Awesome.
Like, show everybody who you are. Tell everybody who you are. But let's go ahead and read. Let's do 20. Let's do 20 to start. We'll do a little warm up. I love my shorter. So we'll go till 10 after.
Okay.
We'll do almost 20 minutes. And what was winning the poll? Because I can't see it for some reason.
I think the pumpkin one was
the pumpkin one is what they were saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, by 66%.
So we will add the pumpkin patch. I think this is the same one. I was just on someone else's sprints and I told them, I'm like, I'm stealing your ambient room because I love it. and I'm not stealing it. It's on the internet. So, but they were just using it the other day. I'm like, oh, I love this. It's cozy. All right, let's get it going. All right, everybody, enjoy your reading. I'm going to go ahead and start Misty Wayfarer. Oh yeah, Lena, what are you reading?
I'm reading the historical fiction arc. It's called The
Oh,
Girls We
that's right.
Sent Away. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll see you back here in almost 20 minutes, everybody.
Alrighty.
All right, all right. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that is. Hello, hello. Let me take off that banner. How'd you do? How far are you in your book?
I'm at 51%.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I decided to start this one, and it has the dual timeline. So in the past timeline, we meet the photographer as she photographs this woman and her recently deceased sister. And then in the present day timeline, we meet this girl who's antique shopping, looks through a photo album, and finds a picture of a woman who's dead that looks exactly like herself. So it's like freaky.
Oh,
That's going to be kind of interesting. Definitely fall vibes.
yeah.
And
That's
the quote at the beginning, I was like, "Oh my word, how perfect that I'm reading this." And Lena's right here because the quote at the beginning is from Nellie Bly, who
Oh, really?
into the to Blackwell's Island. She's like, "From the moment I
Yeah.
entered the insane ward on the island, I made no attempt to keep up the assumed role of insanity. I talked and acted just like I do in ordinary life. Yet, strange to say, the more sanely I talked and acted, the crazier I was thought to be." I was like, "Oh, a sane asylum." I don't know if that has
Yep.
anything to do with the story yet, but
Yeah, this
oh,
arc that I'm reading, I learned about it from, um where did I learn about it from? Um, but anyways, it was sent to me, and the blurb said, "For fans of Ellen Marie Wiseman and The Girls with No Names," and I was like, "Oh, sold."
perfect. I love it. I was trying to think of when I first started following you. I think it was a I think it was because you were on I kept finding you in sprints, and like in the comments of sprints. And then you read and you were like raving about the Lost Girls of Willowbrook. And I had recently just read it and loved it and then went down the rabbit hole of like I watched the Geraldo special,
Yeah,
like the whole thing. So I was like connected, and then I don't know, then I just started watching your channel. So that wasn't that super like end of last year maybe. Or
yeah, yeah, I made that book my whole personality for a while.
I love it. And we don't have loads of overlap in our reading. You read a lot more thrillers than I do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try it's not T Greenwood. Who's is it T Greenwood?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
T.
T
Greenwood
Greenwood that you like.
wrote Keeping Lucy, yeah.
And I keep getting books by her and not reading them, but I need to try.
Well, you're supposed to be reading some thrillers this month, right? Because
I
you're
am. Yeah.
reading like
I
Audrey?
have a couple. So I feel like I haven't shared them because it's my read I'm reading like Audrey and I never
Right.
tell what those are, but I've decided on them.
Nice.
Once I hear back from her. We talked and threw out a whole bunch of things. So I picked 3 and I want to make sure from her that she feels like it represents her reading accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a couple thrillers on my pile.
Nice.
So we'll see. Some fall vibes. I'm way behind in comments, friends, because there's almost 200 people here. 181. So I sorry, I forgive me if I don't post your comment. I always say that every time because I just can't get to them. And now I'm getting hot. So that sweater's coming off. I'm multiple costume changes today. Bait and Witch, a witchy mystery. Fun. Jennifer's not reading tonight. How did everybody else do during that sprint? Good, I can. Oh, it is trippy. Have you read Behind Closed Doors?
Yes, it's one of my favorite thrillers.
It's so good.
It's so good.
You're gonna have to help me add to my thriller list because I'm learning I like some. I like the ones that lean towards suspenseful and intense rather
Mhm.
than thriller, gory, murdery.
Yeah.
I like that's and I don't love an unreliable narrator, and I don't love
Mhm.
um like affairs. So anything that deals with another woman trying to break up a marriage or something
Mhm.
along like those lines. I don't like those
Like,
ones.
not a lot of domestic
Yeah.
violence. Okay, I'll
I
think
mean,
about it.
behind closed doors is domestic because it's a husband and his wife
Yeah,
situation, but it's not like someone else
right.
trying to break things up or one
Yeah.
cheating. It's not that storyline. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I don't like cheating in thrillers either. Like, I hate it
Right,
when that's like a like, they use that as a trope,
right.
like,
Yeah, and
"Oh,
I
he
don't
doesn't have a alibi because he was
right.
his mistress." Like,
Right,
okay,
right,
that's
right.
such a cop out.
And I don't mind always an unreliable narrator, but when it's because of alcohol or drugs or substance abuse, that's when I don't like it. So, like Girl on a Train, she was just drinking all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. So, she's an
Yeah.
unreliable narrator because did she really see this or not because she's just always
Right,
drunk. So, I don't love
right.
that, but I don't mind there are other reasons to have an unreliable narrator, and that's sometimes kind of fun to figure out later that they were unreliable, but you didn't realize it at first. I don't mind
Right.
that, but
Yeah.
when it's substance abuse related, I don't care for it.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Um,
I'll compile a list.
oh, Parrish. Oh, sorry, Kimberly. I thought you were in California. I'm not California, Canada, but you're not. Oh, Three Men in a Boat. Oh, that's another good short one. Whoever was asking about that, the play, The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde is hilarious. Laugh out loud funny. And that's a short Victober read. Keisha, hello, girl. Reading Death Overdue.
Oh, Keisha, that's who recommended this arc to me. I was like, "Why can't I
Okay,
remember who it was?" It was Keisha.
nice. Oh, we're okay. I'm like trying to skim through to when we just finished that sprint. I know. I heard my friend told me it took her a year before hers went away. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this for a year. I can tell
Oh,
you right now. I will do what it takes to not have to deal with it for a year. Yikes. Shockwave therapy. My word. Well, considering that I don't go to the doctor for anything, even my yearly physical, I'm so bad. I'm not going to get shockwave therapy. That's not reading True Biz. Ooh, Destiny, are you liking it? I DNF'd that one.
oh no, I loved that one.
Did you?
Mhm.
I know a lot of people did love it, but I did not. I didn't care for it at the beginning. I read, I don't know, not I didn't get very far even into it, but
Mhm. I also studied sign language, so I was already kind of, like, familiar.
did
Like,
you study it in college or
in high school,
okay.
yeah, and then I took a fluency test in college. I actually took interpreting classes for a while, but
Oh
I was really
wow.
bad.
That's amazing.
Yeah, not for me, but
No.
I have a lot of respect for
Yeah,
interpreters.
sure. I had a deaf friend in high school, but she did I forget what it's called, but it was all here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was a different kind of it wasn't ASL,
Mhm. Right.
which is like two hands and big. It was all quick.
Yeah.
So I learned how to say I love you, sexy fart. She was on my volleyball team in high school. That was way back in the time. Way back in the time. What am I even saying? Way back in the day. Right? Isn't that a cute little pumpkin farm? I love it. Really want to wait till November to put on the heat. Oh, someone was just saying they don't put their heat on until or ever. Emily, she's on the second floor apartment, so her heat goes up. It's just she just gets
Oh,
the heat from downstairs. Nice.
saves on bills.
Yeah, I had the air on a couple days ago as well, so that's why I'm like I'm not going from air to heat in one day. Not happening. You're in Northern Virginia,
Yeah, yep.
so she's my Virginia neighbor.
Yeah, about, like, as far north as you can get without being West Virginia.
Love it. Oh, I was just in your neck of the woods then. Last year in March, I went to Harper's Ferry,
Oh, yeah.
West Virginia. We stayed in Harper's Ferry and the middle grade March girls. So Amanda and Katie came and we got a little cabin on the mountainside
Oh, that's
outside,
awesome. Yeah,
not
that's
quite
like
in Harper's Ferry, but just like outside of it.
yeah, that's like 25 minutes from me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. Lindsay, what's up, girl? Ate dinner and scrolled TikTok. Isn't that life? Oh man. I put the kids down, so I read Pete the Cat and Missing Cupcake. Yeah, it totally counts. Oh, I was gonna paint my nails tonight too, Kelly. Oh, and Kelly, I've been meaning to message you because on my TBR this month is Poison Study. And when I pulled it off my shelf, it says Read with Cozy Reader Kelly 2023. So at one point we had talked about reading this together and I put a post-it so I remember. I wish past me did this with all the buddy reads I talk about with people because I always forget. So let me know if you want to read that later this month. Is your October pie? Are you more of a mood reader or do you make TBRs for each month?
I do a little bit of both. So I do
Yeah.
I do a small TBR. That way I still have some like availability to mood read.
Yeah. Tell people how long have you had your channel?
It was a year in April. So like a year and a
Oh,
half.
so we're not even at a year. That's fun.
Well, April was
Oh,
1
it
year.
was a
So
year. So a year, just a
yeah,
year and a half. Okay. Okay.
yeah, a year and a half.
Huh.
Yep.
So I was almost at the beginning. If I started almost at the beginning of this year, within your
Yeah.
first year, yay, getting in on the ground floor. I love it. And you read. So you read thrillers, but also historical.
hmm
Who are some of your favorite authors? Let me
Um,
see. The one that starts with a L. What's her name? Lucinda
Lucinda
Riley.
Berry. Yeah.
Lucinda Berry. That's right.
Yep. I love her thrillers. I love Lucinda Berry. I love Jodi Picoult is one of my favorite authors. She's not necessarily like a thriller, but I guess like literary fiction, women's fiction, but there's some thrilling elements in her stuff too.
Yeah.
And then as far as like historical fiction, I love Ellen Marie Wiseman. I like T. Greenwood. I I kind of dabble in like a lot of different things, but I would say most of what I read is thriller and historical fiction. But I also love memoirs, and I also read a good bit of like psychology nonfiction. So that's mainly
Yeah.
what I read.
Yeah. So if you guys are fans of Lindsay, out of like from my booktube besties group, if you guys read the most like Lindsay's little library, then you should follow Lena because you guys are so similar. Because she
Yeah,
reads thrillers and historical too.
yeah, we do read a lot of the same stuff. Yeah,
And memoir. I was gonna say, and she reads some nonfiction memoir type stuff too. So yeah, you guys are two peas in a pod.
yeah, I love memoirs. Memoirs freak me out even more so than thrillers because it's like it's real.
Real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the true crime memoirs I read, they stay with me longer than thrillers. So I'm like, okay,
Well,
this didn't just come from somebody's brain. Like this actually happened, and
right.
that to me is like even scarier.
Right. I saw Amy had just put that she still thinks about the Lost Girls of Willowbrook, and same. And I think because it's based, I mean, the story is itself, but Willowbrook was a real place, and the
Yeah.
horrors that happened there. Like, yeah. After I saw the Geraldo
Mhm.
expose where he gets like snuck into the building. I'm like, oh my word, back in the day.
Yep.
Journalism, he like sneaks into the building and shows firsthand just the gross, understaffed, underpaid
Mhm.
conditions with like so many people. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's easy. I'm sure there were many that were abusive, but I'm sure there were many that were just trying to do their best,
Right. Yeah.
but they
Yep.
just didn't have the funding and didn't have enough people to care for as many patients as they had. Like,
Right. Yeah. And
suicide.
unfortunately, like even though we have like laws to protect a lot of that stuff, like to a certain extent, some of that stuff still happens just because of low staffing,
Yeah,
lack of care, lack of a lot of things, lack of laws. So
yeah,
while it's not as like, quite as blatant, I mean, stuff
yeah.
still
And
happens.
you work kind of in that field a little
Yep,
bit, right?
yeah. I work for a behavioral health organization that has psychiatric residential treatment facilities and group homes and crisis youth shelters and a psychiatric hospital. So, yeah, that whole
Yeah,
realm.
which is why you also um, read those kind of nonfiction too, the psychology nonfiction.
Yep.
Oh, is this the Sherry Lapina one? Everyone here is lying.
I think so.
It's not a
think so.
Krista book. Okay, good to know, Amy. Because I think one of the ones I am gonna read, the titles are so funny how they go in trends. Because Lisa Jewell's new book is None of This Is True, which is
Yeah.
basically the same as Everyone Here Is Lying, just different words.
Yeah, all the titles kind of run together after a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Reading The Coworker, thinking of switching to something more October-ish. I know, I was having October vibes too. I was seeing everybody reading their October-y books made me want to get one too. Just had shrimp egg foo young. Nice.
Mm.
The bone houses. Classics scare me too. Judy, are you gonna dive into Tenant of Wildfell Hall? Are you gonna try it? Judy's one of my patrons as well, and she's the sci-fi queen. She loves a
Mm.
sci-fi. So this will be way out of your comfort zone. I'm curious. Melissa. Yay. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
No reading till later. Here for the great bookish convo. Love it. Very approachable. That's so good to hear, you guys. Because I read some classics, but they still intimidate me no matter what.
Yeah,
What
I
I
have to
pick
be in
up.
the mood for 'em.
Yeah. Little Women. It was so bored. Oh, Judy.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh, man. I do see a chiropractor. I know, Emily. I know. I know. Did the water bottle thing and I was fine in 6 weeks. Hasn't returned for 20 years. Oh, good. That's good to hear. Um, it was one of my goals for the year. My one and done goals is to go like to a doctor. That's it. I just kept it simple. Go to the doctor. So I have time. I just don't have one and I don't have insurance. So, and I
Oh,
like knock on all the wood and say all the prayers like I'm healthy. So
yeah.
hasn't been an issue. But I know that I need to. I'm at that point in life where all the tests and all the things need to happen. So I just need
Mhm.
to find, I'm sure there are clinics. I'm sure there are women's clinics. I live in a city, so I'm 100% sure there are clinics. I just
Yeah.
have to do the work. Do the work and find one.
Yeah, or like the health department.
Yeah, something. Just got home from church reading The Liberator. I'm not familiar with that book. Alex Kershaw. I've not heard of that book or that author. I maybe have, but it's not ringing a bell. How to get shots. Oh my word. Mine
Mm.
was so stubborn. Pretty much live in running shoes. Do you know what I've been wearing that has really helped? They're those rubbery sandals that look like Birkenstocks, but they're rubbery.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I got my pair from Walmart. I have a pair from Amazon as well, but my Walmart ones are so squishy and they have such a good arch in them that they're the most comfortable shoes right now that I own. So I wear those a lot. My sneakers are the problem because they're old. They are
Mhm.
running sneakers, but I wear them on the daily usually. But
Yeah, and
it's
they
been a
say that,
while.
like, running shoes, they're only good for, like, up to 500 miles or something.
Yeah. And I haven't been running in them, but I do wear them all the time. I've done lots of
Yeah.
walking in them. So, and it's been over a year. So I know I just need to get new ones. Oh, and it's not too bad. I know people who've had it much worse, but work for a chiropractor. I love going to the chiro. I'm a big fan. Reading Starling House. I think I'm going to have regrets that I didn't pick that one from book of the month because I'm starting to hear more and more about it. I don't know yet if it's for me. I don't have to use much heat. Nice. Fun, Lena. ASL. I'm a dually nationally certified interpreter. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Loved True Biz, except the one drug
Mm,
storyline.
yeah.
My heel hurts, but it's usually tightness along the arch that's a big cause of it. First cool day, still warm in Texas.
Yeah.
West Virginia, Sarah. Hey, hey. Awake by Ray Nicholson. I don't know what that one is either. We got Georgia in the house. Spellbound After Midnight. Another, you guys are reading books that I've never heard of. Oh my goodness. I know it was a real long time ago. You still haven't oh, you've reread it. I mean, you've read it before, so it would be a reread. Okay. I'll message you, Kelly. There's a bar in this book called Wicked Pub and Grub. That's fun. Amy also likes Lucinda Berry. Yeah, Lindsay says Lane and I are almost the same person. Oh, I know, Emily. You're maybe the one person I know who didn't care for that book. That's okay. You are still welcome here. Oh, and Kelly. Kelly also had a hard time with it. Have you read that one?
No, I haven't, but I've heard good things about it.
I saw someone who liked the whole thing until the ending, and then they were like,
Oh. I'll have to look into that then.
I only asked because the behavioral psychology is tripping me out.
Oh, okay. Good to know, good to know. I'll look into it. Yeah, Sherry Lupina is, like, hit or miss for me. I've enjoyed some, and then others are just, like, average.
Yeah. I have only read The Couple Next Door, and I didn't care for it.
Oh, really? I liked that one. I also read it, like, a long time ago, like,
I
when it
just
first came
really hated all of them, all the
out. Oh,
people.
yeah. Yeah,
Which I think is the point, but
yeah.
yeah. Oh, no. Lots of trigger warnings. We'll see. I'm gonna read it because I love him. The Lost Girls of Willowbrook. Oh, yeah, because you're right on Staten Island
Oh, right, yeah.
over there. Whew.
I bet he has all sorts of stories.
They turned the property into the college that you went to. Whoa, so you were, like, there. Yeah, that would be hard to read, I think, having such a close
Mhm.
connection.
Yeah,
Oh,
one of my coworkers lived, like, right by there and used to, like, drive by it all the time. So, yeah, she tried to read it and she was like, "Nah."
yeah, but Melissa, you actually run. Oh my goodness, you grew half size when you with your first kiddo. My goodness. The Invisible Guardian by Dolores Redondo, a Spanish thriller trilogy. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna look it up right now before I forget. The Invisible Guardian. Have you heard of this one, Lena?
I have not.
Dolores Redondo. Oh, it has a cool cover. It's like, oh, you can't really see it. It's like leaves
Ooh.
on the
Oh,
profile.
like, leaves going into a face, that is pretty cool.
That's a cool
I like
cover.
that cover.
I'll just put it on my watch read and look at it later. Physiotherapists can do shockwave therapy. Oh, everybody. Gorgeous weather in Oklahoma. I've never been to Oklahoma.
I haven't either.
Oh, Judy's lived in Oregon for 8 years and never had to turn on the heat. That's amazing.
Wow.
I forget where you are, Judy. The second floor of a third-story building. Okay. That's amazing. I mean, if you're in Texas, I get it, but I forget. I should know, but I forget. This is like a BookTube crossover event, right? It's because I go to all the sprints with Lena's besties on BookTube. Like they all have sprints, and I go to so many of them. So I'm starting to be friends with more and more. Oh, your puppy.
Her name is Indy. She just got shaved, so she's a little bit scrawny right now.
I love it. Made it to 173. Love it. Glad you're still enjoying it. They claim some of this buildings are still haunted. Oof.
Oh, I'm sure.
Class on some
I've
dedicated to
gone
those who
to,
lost.
there's a old asylum in, Weston, West Virginia called the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. It's actually one of the ones that, the guy who did the lobotomies,
Okay.
the ice pick lobotomies, he did, like, most of them there, and you can go and, like, take tours and stuff, and it's creepy as heck in there.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah,
so
no.
creepy, but I've been, like, so many times, I've done all the tours. It's so weird.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. I love it. Yeah, Hannah also lives in the middle floor of an apartment in North Carolina. Has never turned on the heat. Whoa,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Mm.
Too funny. All right. Has anyone read Don Quixote? I've
Yes.
not read it. You have read it?
In high school, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. My parents are both public school teachers, and my mom
okay.
was a British literature teacher, so I read a lot of classics.
Yeah.
So I was homeschooled. So
Yeah, right. Melissa's like, no, thank you to the tours at the previous asylum.
uh,
Oh my word.
I want to do there's one you can pay like I mean it's like $500, but you can actually spend the night in the asylum.
Oh
Like
my
like
word.
with a group of people. Yeah. I want to do
I feel like that is a thriller horror book waiting to happen.
it. They lock you in.
Oh, yeah. All the more locked door is the trope, right? It's the locked door mystery. Yikes. How many will make it out? I feel like who's a writer here? Where's Audrey when you need her? That is the
Right.
premise for a good thriller. A psych student going to an old insane asylum to spend the night. Oh my word, that's funny. Don't have problem with the gore thrillers as long as the gross adds to the story. Don't like it when it's clear. Yeah, just for shock value.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. That's why I don't read Karen Slaughter. I read one and I was like, "Nope, never
Yeah.
again."
Pam, I have not, but I don't go. I mean, I just go to the Joint, which is one of those membership chiropractic places. So I get 4 visits a month for a set fee, up to 4 visits a month. Yeah. So there, it's quick but I should ask them and tell them, see what they say.
I've never
Sure.
even heard of that, like a drive-through chiropractor.
It's so quick. Like even
Wow.
when I went to a regular chiropractor, my appointments were 15 minutes. Like
Oh, okay.
if he got done early, he'd use a massager thing on my back. Just it
Mhm.
was exactly 15 minutes. This one, I'm probably in and out in 15 minutes. Like they just get you on the table, pop, 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 and go. There's not a lot of talking, not a lot of
Right.
I don't
Oh.
know. But they're still doctors of chiropractic. Like they still
Mhm.
whatever. So it's just quick.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a workaround for not having insurance anyway. And it's cheaper than the copay I was paying to my chiropractor anyways. And I get to go I can go every week. I can go once a week.
That's really nice. I'll have to look into
Yeah.
that and see if there's something like that in
They
my
have the
area.
Joint all over. Like it's nationwide. It's called the Joint Chiropractic.
I'll have to look
Um,
into that.
I go because I go for migraine prevention and I have low back issues. I've
Mhm.
put my back out a couple different times over the last 15 years, like 3 times, I think, and it's no joke. So I just go to kind of help keep everything in line so that that doesn't happen again.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I have really bad scoliosis, and so I started going to a
oh,
chiropractor at, like, 12, so that
oh,
they could, like, try to straighten it a little bit as I age,
yeah.
and, they were able to, like,
Oh, wow.
I didn't have to have surgery or a brace or anything like they thought
Yeah.
I would, so they actually used my scans in, like a study
Oh,
on,
wow.
like, chiropractic in children because, like, it actually improved my spine a lot, but n now that I'm, like, getting older and not I haven't done it in, like, 10 years, I'm starting to, like, feel it, so I've been looking into potentially going back, but yeah, my insurance, it's like a $40 copay, and they
Yeah.
only cover, like, 2 visits a month or
Oh,
something,
yeah. So the Joint is I think it's 70 a month or 79, something like that, but you get 4 visits.
yeah,
So if I use all 4, it's worth it
yeah,
because it's cheaper. Maybe 69, like 70, I think.
mhm,
Anyways,
and
something
then that,
along
like,
those lines.
pushes you to go every week because you know you're
Right.
paying for it.
I'd rather go to a sloth hotel.
Sloth Hotel.
There's a mental hospital that shut down near where I grew up. They used it years later to house displaced survivors of Hurricane Katrina. Wow.
Mm,
A masterpiece, but slow to get into.
yes,
There
that
might
sounds
already be a book about something like that. There probably is. Lock you in an asylum for the
let's do it, Kayla.
night? I know. She's in Jacksonville, Judy said, Jacksonville, Florida. So yeah, you don't get cold weather. No wonder you don't have to use your heat. It all makes sense now. I love it. Don Quixote is the OG classic from my country. So I had to read it in high school. I will not, I will deny or confirm if I just looked up a summary online before the exam. Hilarious. Christy will meet you there for the lock-in. Oh my word. Oh, The Haunting of Hill House. Is that similar? I haven't read that.
Yeah, The Haunting of Hill House. That's like family moves to the it's like a haunted house story, and then they, like,
Yeah,
leave, and then years later, they, like, go back or whatever. I read the book, it wasn't very good, but the Netflix series was good.
yeah. I
But
don't
there
think
was a
so.
book kinda like that, called Kill Creek. I
Okay.
recommended it in my thriller book, video that went live today, and it's like 4 authors go and spend the weekend in a haunted house, and it's,
Okay.
like, recorded for, like, a podcast or something,
Okay.
so it's kinda similar.
I think Sarah is reading that right now. Sarah's Nightstand. I think that's what she brought to Phoenix with her.
Oh, okay, I like that one, it's a good one.
Wants to spend the night in the Borden house in Fall River. I never listen. I lived in Foxborough, which was maybe 25 minutes from Fall River, and I never went to the Lizzie Borden house. I should have. Bummer that you're having a reading slump. Go to what, Lena? What do you do when you feel like you're getting into a slump or you're headed in that direction? I know what
Um
you do. DNF, DNF, DNF.
Yeah, yeah, I DNF like there's no tomorrow. And then typically I will go for something that I know is gonna be, like, really easy and quick, like, maybe, like, a popcorn thriller or, like, a romance, because like, I know romance I can get through, like, really
Yeah,
quickly, and you kind of they're formulaic, right? So you know what to
right.
expect. So I'll do something like that, or I'll do a reread. A lot of times a
Yeah,
reread is what will help me get out of a slump. So I don't have to
yeah,
pay much attention to it. I know what's gonna happen. I already know I like it. So, either something that I know is gonna be really easy and formulaic
yeah,
or I'll reread.
yeah. I don't often get into slumps because I'm often reading more than one book at a time. So it just they like overlap, and so
Mhm.
I always have something I'm in the middle of.
Yeah.
Because I'm like right now I'm in the middle of three, two audiobooks, which I don't normally do, but I have two audiobooks going. But because I forgot to tell you guys, I started this one this weekend, 1,000 White Women. But this is like
Mm.
a heavier historical.
Yeah, it looks like a
Light,
chunker.
this is a light bookish. Oh no, that's not the book. What am I reading? Where did it go? Jordan Door Bookstore is like lighter book about books, and then this is my October one. So yeah, I have three going right now. Speaking of which, we need to read because it's been a minute. But this is funny because yes, Melissa, my joint is also in a strip mall, so it's just it is kind of funny. But okay. Oh, my old Pilates instructor specialized in scoliosis, helped change the curve on teens. That is cool. Reading Slump Schlep. Hope springs eternal. I love it. Clear tree carcasses. Do it. Clear those trees. Oh my word. I got behind again. I got caught up at one point, but okay, I'm going to star where we left off. It's 45. Let's go till 10 after. It's about 25 minutes, almost 26 right now.
Sounds good.
We talked for too long. That was like 35 minutes of talking. Sorry, friends. We'll do some more reading. I'll keep it shorter. Yeah, happy reading, everybody. See you back here in a bit. I'm not sure what's up with this. Sorry, friends. Come on back. Hello, hello. Pause that. I switched to my audiobook and wasn't paying attention to the time. So, a little bit late. How did everybody do that time around? I got to the end of a chapter in Misty Wayfarer and I really like it, but I was getting a little uh, sleepy. My eyes were closing. So I went and grabbed some chips because, 9 o'clock, it's not too late to have a little bit of chips, and switched back to the audiobook for this one. And then I added both of them to Goodreads because I like to try to keep track on there too. So I added all 3 of my books, updated them on Goodreads where I'm at. I'm liking all of them, so that's good. How's your sprint?
Good. I made it to 58%, and I also ate dinner during that sprint too.
So if 9 o'clock's not too late for chips, it's definitely not too late. If it's not too late for dinner, it's definitely not too late for chips.
Definitely.
Too funny. Are you still liking it?
Yeah, I'm still liking it. I'm wondering where the synopsis said this home for unwed mothers has secrets and horrors and stuff like that, but it's not actually that bad. I mean, the house mother isn't great, she's not nice, but
Right.
there's nothing horrible or abusive happening. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping it picks up. It's holding my attention, but I'm ready for something to happen,
Yeah. How did everybody else do? Oh, Hannah said there's an old school for troubled children close to where I live. It's abandoned and looks like something out of a horror film from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Yikes. There's even old paint on it that says, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." Ugh.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yes. Loved Kill Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of love for Kill Creek. Babble About put me in one reading slump. I think I kept thinking it would start to get more into the fantasy. Instead, it felt very political. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about reading Babel. I haven't yet heard the description of it that makes me want to read it.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Yes, with school starting, that makes sense. But as long as you're reading what you are, enjoying what you are reading, then. So The Haunting of Hill House is about a select group of people that are brought together to do a sleep study, but these people are actually studying the house. Oh.
I read that book so long ago. I just remember that I didn't really like it.
Oh. A DNF and a return to reread or a new shiny book. Yeah, a new shiny book. I love that. Grew up in a town so notoriously haunted that the high school teams are called the Ghosts. Ha! That's funny. The closest thing I've done was trick or treat at Stephen King's house.
That's cool.
Oh my word. Sherry just got 1,000 White Women. Oh, so this is the continuation. Once they are all there, locked in, the house will not let them go. Bad things start happening. Nope. Book and movie are not the same as the new TV show. Okay. Never surrender. No DNF. That's just like my mom. My mom has never DNF'd a book ever. And she's never returned a library book unread.
Wow.
I'm like, that's crazy. I return them all unread all the time.
I never used to DNF. If anything, I would skim and then read the last chapter.
Yeah.
But then I just started DNFing and now I can't seem to stop.
I love it.
Somewhere along the way, I just realized life is too short.
You're just that's like a mood reader tendency. You just want to find the book that fits how you're feeling right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I like on currently reading podcasts, they call them often Not For Now or an event. Yeah, Not For Now. But it's not a forever DNF. It's sometimes a book is a forever DNF. I'm not going to read this book ever. But sometimes it's just this is not the vibes that I'm looking for right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I used to power through, but then I just learned that some books that I powered through and ended up just leaving things in my brain. And I'm if I knew I wasn't gonna like this, and now this is in my brain, and I don't want it in my brain, so now I'm nope, I'll DNF.
Yeah, yeah. I'll never stop preaching about fish oil supplements for body pain. Interesting. I've never heard of that before.
My mom used to take fish oil. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. I read Shadow of the Wind. I I'm surprised by that because I've read Shadow of the Wind twice because so many people love it. And I was like, maybe I just am not remembering it well because I didn't remember liking it that much. So I reread it and I'm like, yeah, no, it's slow. I remembered enough of the story. Like, I don't know, it's an interesting story, but I find it to be slow, pretty slow. But hey, I'm glad that that worked for you. Reading Cutting Teeth by Chandler Baker. 2 chapters done of Kiss Curse. I'm just skipping over the fish oil conversation back and forth there. Going gluten free helped. Ooh, that's interesting. 20 pages of Happy Place. Man, I just had a sneeze, but it didn't come out. It just turned into like making my eye pour out water.
Those are the worst.
My word. Read 20 pages. Oh, it said that. Read a few chapters. Made it to chapter 8 in the Liberator. Reading My Heart is a Chainsaw. What a title.
Oh, Stephen Graham Jones.
I don't know what that one is. What the hex? That's a fun title too. Nice. Finished. Welcome, Jamie. Glad you're here. Finished 20 pages in your Conan book, Conan the Adventurer. Less than 100 pages. How to Sell a Haunted House. Are you liking it, Lindsay? Finished Dracula and started a study in Scarlet. Love it. Up to page 34. Still getting to know the characters. Slow but interesting. My computer is being slow again today. Wrote a couple hundred words in your story. Hey, good job. That was a good sprint. I'm thinking we'll do a longer sprint. I'm going to try to keep this chat shorter. Do one more longer sprint. And then maybe another shorter one after. I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like we've done shorter sprints and lots of talking. So we need to get a good chunk. And I need to go clean my room because it was so cold today. I had to find a scarf or something to wear to church this morning. Like, but all my winter stuff is still packed away. I haven't done the switcheroo. So it's all over my bed right now. So I'm like, in order for me to even go to sleep, I at least need to clean this up a little. So I'm going to do half the sprint of cleaning in my room while I listen. And then half the sprint, I'll come back in here. But so we'll do a longer one. Made some tea. Love that. And I need to probably go blow my nose because I'm not sure what's going on right now. Got to 13%. Good sprint. Finished Scary Stories for Young Foxes. Good. Oh, I love A Gentleman in Moscow. Have you read that one, Lena?
I have not, but I've always heard really good things. It's just intimidating to me.
It is, and it's not a very fast-paced book. It's definitely more character-driven. But I just love the Count. I loved the character, so I didn't mind that it wasn't. The whole thing takes place at a hotel because he's on house arrest at this hotel in Moscow. But I just loved him as a character, so I was here for it.
Yeah, I've heard even people who aren't historical fiction readers say that they enjoyed it. So.
Oh, interesting. Just started reading a YA book called You Were Made for Me. How to Build a Better Boy. Fun sci-fi. Nails are done. What color? Went for a pastel. Opposite of the weather, but cheerful. Maybe I'll get a nail polish when I clean my room. We'll do that too. Hendrick's book. Yeah, Lindsay, tell us. Switch to another Victorian mystery, A Lady's Guide to Etiquette and Murder. Halfway through, very good. Love that. Creepy and weird. The Grady Hendrix one. Yeah, my mom always, same, Nicole, our moms are the same then, because I couldn't believe that when she told me. I can believe the never DNFing book, because I think that's, a lot of people don't DNF. They just, whatever they start, they're going to finish, even if they're not liking it. But the whole library thing, I'm like, I get too many books out of the library. I guess that's the problem. She only gets out a couple at a time. And she just keeps them in a stack based on what's due first. So she just reads what's on the top.
Oh,
Like,
that's a good
okay.
way to do it. My mom reads exclusively on her Kindle
Oh,
because she can
really?
make the font big enough, yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. I think I need to make that a goal for next year, reading on my Kindle, because I don't. I don't do it at all. But I have maybe that would help me get my NetGalley score up better if I actually read them before they came out. So I'm gonna do NetGalley November and work on my
Oh,
NetGalley, but I'm gonna pull a pile of books from around my room that are now out in the world because they're old
right.
NetGalley books and try
That's
to
cool.
use those, and then maybe one or two that are new as well. But I'm gonna hopefully get that score up a little bit, at least where I started the year, because I've dropped quite a bit this year.
Yeah, NetGalley November, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
a thing.
do it's not a
It's
thing?
it's unofficial. Like, I don't make it into a thing. It's just something I did it last year and it helped me a ton. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that again this year.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not an
that's a
official
great
readathon or
idea.
anything. No prompts, no nothing. It's just work on your NetGalley if you have one.
That's a great idea. I might need to do that because I have, like, 8 of them. I am gonna do nonfiction November, but, like, I can't do the whole
Yeah,
month
same.
of nonfiction, you know?
Right. Right. I always try to read a couple nonfiction as well. Man, my eyes like pouring. But yeah, I also don't want to do the whole month of nonfiction. But if I start a book, I have to finish. I think about that.
It's a sickness.
I'm a fourth wing, did some dishes, brewed some decaf coffee. We'll spike it with some mint chocolate liqueur. That is the way
Ooh,
to
that
live.
sounds
I
good.
love it. Booktube brought me DNFing. Best lesson ever. I love that, Katie. The book I'm reading, Beaten Witch, is a witch librarian mystery. Fun. DNF yet. Do not finish yet. I've completed 2 treatment therapy plans for homework. Yay! Good job, Dawn. Way to get stuff done. I had the x-rays for surgery. Oh, they're talking to each other. Oh, Kat has also never DNF'd a book.
Wow.
Put it to the side for a time and then revisited. I agree. So on my Goodreads, I've created all these exclusive shelves. So they give you what currently reading, read, and want to read. They're the ones that are like you get at the beginning. But I have so many more now. And I have one that's saved for later, and I have one that's DNF. So I think there is a difference between books that
Mhm.
just aren't the right time right now and books that I purposely put down because I don't like either how it's written or something that's in the book or whatever that I'm like, nah, this is not for me. I'm not going to ever finish this. So I've put them in both of those categories.
It's a good idea.
How what's the farthest you've gotten into a book before, like, when DNFing? Like, usually sometimes you can tell right away, but sometimes you get
Mhm.
into it and then you're like, no.
Actually, probably last month, I read Orphan 8,
Uh-huh.
and I made it to 60%
Yeah.
and then DNF. Did you try to read that one?
I read it before I was on BookTube.
Okay.
I
Did you
also
like
didn't
it?
really you're not missing. I didn't like it. No.
Yeah. I loved the first part when it was talking about, like,
Yeah.
all the experiments and stuff, but
Okay.
then it was like there was nothing more about that, and I was like, I don't care about this person's life, like, I wanna hear about the weird kid
Yeah.
experiments."
Yeah. I think it was Secret History by Donna Tartt, which people
Oh,
love that book, but I think I made it. I don't know the exact percentage, but it was probably 75%. I was very close to the end because it's a chunk. And I
yeah,
was like, I just don't care. Every time
yeah,
I was buddy reading it and my buddy wasn't liking it either. So every time I went to pick it up, I was just dreading it. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? I really don't like these people. I don't care about the story. It's very pretentious. I'm
yeah.
just gonna stop. So I did at 75%. That's the farthest, for sure, the farthest I ever got in a book when
Wow.
I decided to stop it. And I have no regrets. I've never thought, oh man, I should have just finished it.
Yeah.
No.
Usually I know by, like, 100 pages.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because you get a good grasp of the story and the writing style.
Mhm.
Although
Yeah.
there are those books that surprise you at the end. Do you ever feel like, oh man, but what if I'm missing out?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like if I'm missing out, like, I can always just get it again later or get
Yeah,
it at the library,
yeah.
or honestly, sometimes, like, I just
Just
have
read
people
the last.
spoil it for me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not afraid of spoilers. I'm somebody, especially in a longer book. If it's getting
Mhm.
late at night and I have too far to go before I can finish, I will skim ahead, figure out what's gonna happen, and then come back and read it through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like,
I don't do that very often, but
if I get spoiled for something, chances are I'm gonna forget it by the time I go to
right.
read the book
This is
anyway.
true,
So
yeah.
there's been a couple books where, like, I was spoiled for it at one point, but now it's been, like, years later, and I'm
Yeah,
like, "I don't remember it, so maybe I should try and read it."
right, there you go. Oh, man. I have a pile of shame. No, no shame with reading. With 13 books on it because 'cause I'm a mood reader, and if I force myself to read, I'm not in the mood for it. Yeah, there's no shame in that, Jessica. That's totally fine. Shadow of the Wind author is my all-time favorite author. Carlos Luis Zafón. 4 years to read. Ah, not your
Yeah.
favorite. That's so funny. I know so many people love it, but I'm not one of those people. I DNF all the time if I'm not enjoying it. Out it goes. Too old to waste time. I love
Yep.
that. No regrets. December is my pile of shame month. I try to work on that pile. Well, hopefully you'll be in the mood for some of them, but stop calling it a pile of shame. I don't support that name. You shouldn't be ashamed about it. It's just your your later pile. Oh, and that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Trudy's reading Our Last Goodbye. Is that the Hazel Gaynor? Where's my Hazel Gaynor stack now? They've moved. I don't know where things are anymore. I don't know where G's A B C D F G. What's up a shelf? Whatever. I think it's a Hazel Gaynor. Oh, sorry that you're not feeling great. Hopefully the tea and the reading help. But I do let myself skim the rest of really unsuccessful books.
Yeah.
What's the quickest that you've DNF'd?
Oh, 3 pages.
I got like 3 sentences, and it was "Shatter Me" by Tahira Mafi.
Oh.
I read it was back when I first started my channel, and all of that kind of stuff was super popular, and that's all that was people were making YouTube videos were all young YA fantasy readers. So I read 3 sentences. I'm like, ugh, I can't stand this writing style. So nope.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know what I just read. It was too flowery. It was way not my style at all. What was your do you know what yours was that was that quick?
I think it was an Emma Donoghue book, actually.
Oh,
I've
really?
tried so many of her books. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah,
No more.
that's funny because I like her writing style, but I haven't loved any. I've read The Wonder and Room and oh, what's the one that was like last year, 2 years ago? I forget what it was called.
Haven?
Huh?
Haven?
Nope.
That one was terrible. I hated it. The Pull of the Stars?
Yes, that's the
That's the
one.
one that
Pull
I DNF'd after 3 pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't I didn't understand half of what the person was saying, I guess
Yeah,
because it was based in Ireland,
yeah.
and I didn't care enough to, like, look up what it meant, and so I was like, "I don't even understand what this person is doing. I think she's walking to a hospital, but I'm not really sure.
Oh, man.
She's using all these words." So I
Yeah.
was like, "Nope, I'm over it."
That's funny. No, I liked Pull of the Stars until the end. I didn't like the end of it at all.
Mm.
A romance was, like, inserted in the last
Oh,
quarter of the book that did not need to be there at all, and it was not my favorite. But that was like, if you ever wanna know what childbirth is like, read Pull of the Stars without having had kids, right? Read Pull of the Stars because it was very graphic. She was a midwife.
yikes.
It was like, whoa, not fully graphic, but pretty detailed.
Mm,
I just finished Nevermore. Yay! Oh, it is so wonderful and whimsical. I love that. So true. 2 books in the past year. I got 3/4 of the way and just got fed up with them. Ooh, I'm curious. Which ones? I like to know. Pretty quick to DNF, 20 to 30 pages. If it's recommended, give it a little more.
yeah.
This is true. Sometimes an audiobook helps, and I think I listened to Pull of
Mhm.
the Stars, and that probably helped
Yeah.
with some of that. DNF a book. If I DNF a book during a difficult time, sometimes it's hard to come back because now it reminds you, yeah, and
Yeah,
that makes sense.
definitely. Yep, definitely.
the third book in the Twilight series, 3 or 4 chapters to the end, and I threw the book across the room and quit the series. I was working with the youth at my church when Twilight was huge, like, just coming out. So I went and sat in Barnes& and Noble one time and just picked it up and read for, like, an hour and a half. I got pretty far because it's a very quick read.
Yeah.
And then I just looked up and I'm like, "What am I doing? I don't even like this. I don't like this book. I don't care about it at all. Why am I trying to make myself read this?" So I just put it back on the shelf and that was it. I never saw the movies. I never watched it. I never got into the whole Twilight shenanigans. Were you a Twilight girl?
I read them because my people I knew were reading them.
Yeah.
I think I ended up reading all of them just because I borrowed them from a friend.
Yeah.
But I think I only saw like 1 or 2 of the movies. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was really just so I could read them so I could talk to my friends about them because my
Sure.
friends didn't
Yeah.
really read what I read.
Yeah.
So
Molly just seen after Rebecca tried it on audio. It was about 10 minutes and decided it wasn't for you. I can understand that. I
I've
like
heard a lot of people say that about Rebecca.
Yeah, it's one of those polarizing books. Like some people love it and
Mm.
some people are like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Try to get a quarter of the way in before letting yourself skim. If the story gets better, go back to proper reading. Some Dostoevsky books took 100 plus pages to catch your interest. Even when by the end yeah,
Mhm.
it's hard to do. My first DNF was Mr. Penumbra. I had so much potential. Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh my goodness. Felt the same way with Pull of the Stars. It did feel like an agenda at the end, which made
Mhm.
me mad because it
Um,
wasn't necessary.
Also, I feel like that one didn't have quotation marks in it,
Oh, I don't know, I listened to it
and I
maybe
think that's
not too
another thing that
often.
bothered me.
Yeah. Oh, I enjoyed The Survivors, but I can see how it wouldn't be for everybody.
I've tried 2 Jane Harpers and DNF them both at, like, 50
Really?
pages. Yeah.
Oh, I love Jane Harper. Felt like Bachman's voice in that book was very condescending.
Mm,
Not an author. Liked Beartown, but felt like he beats
mhm.
you over the head with his themes. Huh. I love Bachman, so I'm not gonna.
I liked Anxious People.
Yeah. Anna Karenina. Forced myself to
Mm,
read it last year. I did not enjoy that one either. I should have DNF'd it.
I read that one in high school. I didn't enjoy it.
That's one of those books where I think there's one character, 11, that I liked by the end, but most of the time I just couldn't stand any of the characters.
Mhm.
A Writing Retreat I DNF'd by
Oh
Julie.
my gosh, I did not like that book. I wish I had DNF'd it. Good for you for DNFing it. You're not missing out.
Oh, finished Twilight 2 days ago because I was 6 when it was published. I love that. Oh, since you're writing a vampire story, gotta go into it. All right, it's 34. Let's just stick with the 10 after and do a little bit
Alright,
longer.
sounds good.
Sticking with the one banner tonight. Look at me, guys. This is over a 30-minute sprint. Are you guys proud of me? Those of you who like longer sprints, here you go. If you need to break it up, go do the dishes for half of the time and then come back and read for half the time. That's what I'm going to do. Clean my room and then read. All right. See you back here in a bit, everyone. Right. Sorry. The problem of listening to an audiobook and playing like Happy Color or something is that I don't have the clock on my screen, the phone, the time on my screen. So I just looked up and like, oh, stink. I'm totally 4 minutes late. Whoops.
It's
I'm
okay.
enjoying this book very much though. I
Oh,
had never
good.
even I had never even heard of this, the Door to Door bookstore, and I'm loving it. It's such a Krista book. I have a feeling we're going to learn something about the man, the older man, that we just don't know yet. And I have a feeling it might make me cry. We'll see. Just kind
Mm.
of those vibes from it. And I folded, I mean, I had already folded, but I put away my laundry, like put away some things on my bed, cleaned up a little bit in my room so that when it's time for bed, I could go to bed.
Nice.
How did you go? How did you do?
Good. I'm at 70%, and
Awesome.
not a whole lot more has happened.
Oh no.
So, yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it's nothing, like, spectacular.
Yeah. Bummer. Are you going to DNF?
No, I'll finish it because I am curious to see, like, what she ends up doing, like, does she end up keeping her baby or,
Yeah.
like, what does she do? But
Yeah. Um, I did not mark where I had left off. Babel, we talked about DNFing that. I like in the comments today, you guys are really chatting with each other a lot, which I love. I love
I know, I
that.
love that.
I guess, I don't know. Okay. Monet finished her Halloween book, started something else. How did everybody else's reading go? Cat's peaced out. Bye. Bye, Cat. Have a wonderful week. Update 62%. Got all my diamond coaster gems done. Number X,
Nice.
whatever. Yeah. I've never done a diamond painting anything.
Yeah, I don't think it's for me. I
I
like
don't know that it's
puzzles, but
I don't think it's for me either. I'm happy with my happy color.
yeah.
Up to page 67 and the plot is moving along. Lena, are you reading it for the challenge?
Yeah, Danielle and I are in a Facebook book club, and they're doing, like, a
Okay.
team challenge this month, so you have, like, different prompts, and you, like, pick what you read, and then you read the book, and you, like, submit it for points, so one of the prompts was to read an arc, so
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Nice. I'm not in any bookish Facebook groups. I know there's a ton out there, but oh yeah, what's the name of it again? It's not
It's called The Girls We Sent Away, and it's by Megan Church. I think it comes out, like, in the spring. I got the arc from NetGalley. Let me see when it comes out. But it has a very, like, typical cover. Not a girl's legs. I feel like that's, like, always books that I read end up
yeah.
having, but that's the cover,
Okay.
and it gets published, come on, where'd it go? Oh, in March of '24.
Look at you.
I know.
I'm very bad at reading the arcs I get on NetGalley before the book comes out.
I usually am. I was just excited about this one, but I usually I don't read them until, like, after they come out,
Yeah.
and yeah.
And I get them from Book Outlet or not Book Outlet, Book of the Month. A lot of number of the ones that I
Yeah, I've done the same thing, and then
request
I'm like,
are
"Oh,
then
well, now I can go back and submit
yeah.
that review."
Yep. Yep. You're welcome, Katie. Got 15 more pages read. Just finished Her Majesty's Royal Coven. Witchy but not scary and not a romance. Oh, nice. I don't think I've read any witchy books.
Yeah, I
I
don't
can't
think
think
so
of
either.
any. Yay, all the finishes. Good job, Amy. Got to 275 of The Running Grave. Just read short of 100 pages tonight. Loving the wake up call.
Nice.
Oh my word! I have to tell you guys, I totally forgot to tell you right before I was getting on sprints. My I'm a nanny, and my family that I'm with Mondays and Wednesdays. She asked if I could come in a little early. Her husband is sick and is going to be. Well, she had COVID first, and now he does, but they have
Mm.
a spot for him to quarantine himself. And so I'm coming early, and I was like, "Bummer that your husband is sick." But the S is right next to the D, and I misspelled it to my boss. I'm like, "Bummer that your husband is rhymes and starts with a D." I'm like, "Oh my word, sick!" I texted. I'm like, "Sick," all capital, sick, sick. And then I did like the face palm times. I cannot believe that I just
Hopefully, she has a good sense of humor.
oh, totally. We're yeah, she's a lot of fun. She cracked up. She was like she was cracking up. Like, I cannot believe I just sent you that text. Oh,
That's hilarious. Autocorrect was not your friend with this one.
no, I don't think I can even blame it on autocorrect because I probably just missed hit the
Oh, yeah.
whatever. It was probably my fault, but oh my word. I've never sent that in a text before. Why are you like, why didn't you autocorrect it to sick? Like, you knew that I would never say that. My goodness. Silly phone. I was cracking up though. That was right before I got onto the spritz. Like, oh my word. Oh, ridiculous. Most embarrassing moment of the day for sure.
That's hilarious.
Just joined Lisette. I think we're probably gonna do one. Can you, Lena? How are you doing? Are you good
Yeah,
for like one more quicker one
yeah.
before we go? Okay, cool. We'll do one more sprint. I'll put last sprint on the bottom so everybody knows. You're reading Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Okay, so that's one that I started on audio and I was not liking the audio of it at all. But then someone told me they also felt the same way, but then when they read it in print, that it was better.
Oh, okay, yeah, I started listening to audio and, yeah, I DNF'd it too.
Yeah, I just was it was annoying. But I don't know. I'll try it again because I feel like it's the type of mystery that I enjoy, lighter, kind of tongue in cheek, a little not not dark and creepy, but lighter, funny. So we'll see. I might try it again someday. Molly made it to part 2, halfway through. Yay! Got to see him yesterday with Becca. Um, you got to see who? I feel like I'm missing something there. Finished 20 pages again, this time In Depths of Glory, biographical novel about Camille Pissarro. Nice. Finished chapter 7, perfect for Halloween. Yay. Cass has done no reading. Enjoyed the chat. Oh, enjoyed the chatting. I've been working on research. Good. Midnight Orchestra by Jessica Corey. I don't know what that is. Island of Tomorrow. Creepy and suspenseful, not too much. Love it. Hour of the Witch. Spicy crystal,
Oh.
right? Ridiculous. Accidentally sent the middle finger emoji instead of the thumbs up to our kid's principal. That's funny too.
Might have been accurate too, who knows?
Tell me how you really feel. That's funny. Yay. Glad you're going to catch a sprint. Depths of Glory sounds good. You can see what, yeah, because he breaks the fourth wall, if you will, like speaks
Mhm.
to the reader. So it just was weird when I was listening to it. I think I was also
Yeah.
sick when I was trying to listen to it, and so I'm like, "What are you even saying? I don't, I don't know what you're talking about." Yeah, I'm gonna read The Alienist. Just joining. Okay, so what was I just listening to? I think A Thousand White Women. Oh yeah, because in here she gets sent to an asylum before she decides to join the program where wives were sent out to marry Cherokee men. I think it's Cherokee.
What?
Cheyenne. Sorry.
I've
Um,
never even heard of this book, but it sounds so good.
uh, yeah, it's so far I'm enjoying it. I don't love the
Oh,
language.
it's a series?
I don't know. Is it a series?
It
But
has,
at
like,
the
the number
beginning,
1 on.
because she has a it's set in the late 1800s, 1875, and she has two children with a man that she never married. Like she on purpose
Mm.
doesn't marry, so like out of wedlock. But they lived together and whatever, but it was the dad
Oh,
owns, I don't know, mines or a factory or something, and he was the head foreman. So she's like the wealthy daughter who falls in love with the
no,
head foreman.
scandal.
Right. And so her kids get taken away from her and she gets put in an asylum and lives there for
No.
years at
I'm
the
gonna have to look
beginning.
this up.
And then the government, the Cheyenne chief comes to whatever and asks for 1,000 women to come and marry them, and they'll give the American government horses instead, 1,000 horses for 1,000 brides. And the government was like, yeah, we're not doing that. And then all these women were like, I'll go. So it was like volunteers, but
I
often
mean,
women who were in jail or in
huh.
asylums who get sent out, and some who do volunteer, but they're all kind of escaping. So now she's there now. So I'm and there it's based on a real woman, May Dodd. The journals, so it's written like her journals, which are
Mhm.
not actually her journals, but so it's fictional, but it's based on a true story.
Ah, I'm gonna have to look into this 'cause that sounds so interesting.
Well, I think the word alienist is used in there, and that's a doctor at a psych hospital. Like,
Yeah.
so I didn't know that that's what that was, because there's a book called The Alienist by Caleb Carr, like an older modern classic, I guess it would be.
I just put a hold on it on Libby.
We'll see if you like it. How far you get before you DNF.
Right.
I love it. It is a series, Anne said. Okay. Um. Whoa. Oh, went to see William Kent Kruger. That's right. He was at the
Mm.
Deep Valley Book Festival. Oh, nice. Oh, so you got to go with Becca. Do you know Becca in real life, Molly? That's nice. I love Becca. Just started Death of a Bookseller. Now heading to bed. Good night, Michelle. Got to 16% in your mystery. Used the last sprint to continue with the college project. Oh, I love it. Good for you getting your work done, though. That's good. I was always a queen procrastinator. It is a series. Good night, Dolores. We're starting First Down by Grace Riley. Oh, nice. Okay. One of Lindsay's
Oh,
favorite books. Nice.
well, then I'll probably like it.
The Alienist is on my TBR. I love the TV series. That's right. I forgot there was a TV
Mhm.
series about that one. 1,000 White Women from a Free Bookshelf. Love those. I mean, it's interesting so far. I wouldn't say that I'm loving it. And there's definitely a lot more language than I normally like,
Mm.
but it's fine.
Did you ever watch the show Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
freaking love that show.
I
I
did
own
too.
all of the seasons on DVD, and I'm, like, rewatching them right
Are
now,
you really?
and yeah, it's, like, the same time frame as this, and it's, like,
Yeah,
Cheyenne, so I'm like, "This is perfect for my vibe right now."
that's awesome. I love that.
I love
You
that
know, I
show
don't
so
have a
much.
show. Well, I just started. Nah, I'm a reality TV girl. So I just started watching Bachelor in Paradise, which just started, and Love is Blind. And I'm going to be starting the new Great British Baking Show, whatever that's called. The
Oh,
new season
nice.
of that. But I'm watching that with a friend. When I go to her house once a week, we watch like 2 episodes. So I'll be behind for a bit, but that's okay. I just finished a rewatch of New Girl,
I love New
which was
Girl so
my
much.
like cooking dinner kind of fluff
Mhm.
stuff for when I'm doing other things. But I just finished all 7 seasons, so I need another sitcom type of a show to binge. We'll
Yeah.
see. Of course you do, Lindsay, because you and Lena are twins.
Oh my gosh, Jessica, yes, Touched by an Angel, oh my gosh.
Oh
I
my
love that
word,
one
I
too.
loved
So,
that
like,
one
we
too.
we I was homeschooled and, like, we didn't watch TV growing up, like,
Yeah.
we owned a TV and we watched it once a week and it was Monday nights and we would watch Touched by an Angel and then Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, and then after Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman was a show called Early Edition, where this guy
Oh yeah,
got
the newspaper.
tomorrow's newspaper today,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
after that was Walker, Texas Ranger, and we would
Yes.
watch
Walker
those
Texas.
4 on CBS back to back to back to back on Monday nights, and that was the only
Oh
TV
my
we
god,
watched
my
until I was, like,
favorite.
9 years old.
That's hilarious. I love that so much. Oh my word, I forgot about Early Edition. I watched that too. My word, that's funny. My
That one I
mom
didn't really understand a lot of what was going on. I was, like, too little to really get what was
sure,
happening, but I watched it with my family.
that's fun. Highly recommend The Golden Bachelor. Ooh,
That one I
I'm
can't
not
get down with.
sure. I'm just not sure I'm interested. Yes. Yes. I love it. Love Dr. Quinn, have all the DVDs too, that's great.
Yep.
We watched all the same shows, but I was a little older, same, same. I loved Early Edition too, that's so funny. I hadn't thought about it in so long until you just said
Yeah.
it. Watched those with my nana, sweet. Those Walker is another favorite that
Walker,
I watch.
Texas Ranger, yep.
That's great. I love it. Okay, it's 10:30 for me. Let's just do a 15-minute kind of wrap up sprint, and then I'm gonna have to get ready for bed because now I have to go to work a little early tomorrow. So we'll just go till 45,
Alright.
and this will be the last sprint. friends. That one felt too quick. Come on back. Oh, oh, okay. That felt really quick after the long one we just had before.
Mhm.
I have under 2 hours left of this audiobook,
Oh, wow.
so I'll finish it tomorrow for sure. Not tonight. How far did you get? You're at 80 something.
I am at 78%.
Nice.
So
Nice. All right. Kim left. Good night, Kim. Good night, Jen. Thanks for hanging out. I know we went a little over 3 hours today, but that's okay. Those are all good shows. Love it. Hello for my little creative corner of creation. Fun. Life We Buried has your attention. I liked that one. Did you read that?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I read it on Lindsay's recommendation, so no surprise that you liked it. 1000 White Women started my obsession with books from that time frame. Nice. Amy's headed to bed with a stuffy nose. Good night, Amy. You're probably gone by now. It's 13 minutes ago. Oh, thank you. Hey, Brooklyn. Excuse me. I don't know what that voice was. Thanks for subscribing. I do sprints every other weekend on my channel, and it's not always on Sunday. I try to mix it up between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because different people can come on different times. So it's just every other weekend. So you just got to stay tuned. And I don't always give a lot of notice because I just look and see what I've got going on. Thanks, Victoria. Enjoyed the Phoenix vlog. Oh, thank you. That Penny just took off her Fall River. Night book to Raj and Lena. See y'all in the funny papers. Oh, Victoria. I love it. Thanks for the sprint. Hey, Vaughn. Thank you. I love, Vaughn, that because you came to meet us, I can picture your face now. That makes me so happy. She's one of the people that popped in when we were in Phoenix.
Oh, fun.
Just say hello. I love that. Yay. Got a little bit of reading done there. I got to page U6. Love it. Good night, Lisa. 76. There we go. Thanks for this, friends. I know, lovely way to end a Sunday. I agree. Thanks for being here, Lindsay, my girl. Third through your book. Yay, Jane. Got a couple more chapters. All right, everyone's saying good night, good night, good night. Lena, thank you for last minute being willing to pop in.
Yeah.
If
Thanks
you
for
guys
asking.
haven't found Lena's channel yet, feel free to pop over and watch some videos and subscribe and make a new friend.
Yeah.
We're all here. Bookish friends are the best. Yeah, I love it. And if you like Lindsay's little library, then you'll like Lena's bookshelf because they read very similar books. Okay, this is good to know. 9 pages in of Starling House. So good that you're not wanting to put it down. I love that. Aw, that's nice, Anne. I appreciate that. I just always say I was doing sprints before they were trendy, so just want to. I love that there's almost any night of the week, though, you can find somebody doing sprints. So it's a fun way to meet some new people.
Yeah.
Connect with different readers. So that's it for today. I'm going to go get ready for bed. Have a wonderful week, everyone. I hope that you read good books and have a good time and that it's not freezing cold all week like it's going to be here. All right, that's it, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.